guess what we're doing now? Now we're gonna do gun fails. And now it's time for gun fails. So, Cryptic, this one's for you. We're gonna do some Alex with some range day failures. Yes, with Hot Gun Girl. So, are you ready to cringe again? I imagine we're seeing a lot of people trying to fire a lot of guns. So let's check this out.
Where's your instructor, son? I shot him, sir. That is not how you shoot a 50 cal.
Oh God.
Oh my God, that is.
Oh Jesus.
What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am
Thank
your
you,
host,
Moros.
Zedra, and today's Gun Fails videos, we're gonna title this one, well, I can't use the F word because YouTube doesn't like that. So we're gonna title it WTF Range Days. What I really want to say is, what the f
You can use it after what, the first 8 seconds. You'll get the yellow mark of doom.
Jump right in, shall we?
Are you fucking kidding me?
That is the correct response.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That video
That
ended.
That is the appropriate response. Yeah. Oh God. You know that soldier, Marine, or whatever he was, because again, based on the hats, I'm guessing this is Marine. He was, he PT'd the hell out of him after that. Kicked him off the range and PT'd the hell out of him after that. Yep. Yeah, that was a Marine. Oops.
Way too soon. I need to see the rest of this video. I need to see this guy get a beat down. Clearly this guy is unfamiliar with the firearm that he's using. This is why we train, but at the same time...
Well, the Marines probably did train him, and this particular Marine had what we shall call a brain fart. Just a potentially lethal brain fart.
Oh God. I don't know. I guess you just got to get your ass beat. I bet he probably won't ever do that again, though. Since we're already showing videos of people having a little whoopsie in the military at the range, here is Russians doing Russian things.
Oh boy. Oh Jesus.
God, everyone hit the
Oh
ground
my
so fast.
God.
Wait a minute. He's got crates on it. Ooh. Those crates must
with
be
no
empty.
weight.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. Where's
God.
your instructor, son? I shot him, sir. I don't know how you would say that in Russian, though. Actually, we're gonna Google that. All right, Google Translate for the win. In English.
Where is your instructor, son? I shot him, sir.
Okay, now we're gonna do it in Russian.
Где ваш сын инструктор? Я выстрелил в него, сэр.
Я ваш сын инструктор. Я
Alex, no, don't. Just don't. Just don't.
Oh my God, I'm terrible at this. You would think after I did the MyHeritage DNA test, it said I had like a percentage of like Slavic. You would think maybe I would be natural at trying to speak this, but
That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
I'm terrible. You know what else is terrible? This guy who is identifying himself as a paper target right now. Actually, I take that back. He is identifying as a camera tripod.
Okay, Tysel, have a good night. Oh, God. Oh, God.
That back, he is identifying as a camera tripod.
Finger. Contact.
Flashback to Brandon's video.
Halloumi, you motherfucker, you're next.
Dude, what?
Yeah, well, Cryptic, if it was the Darwin Award, the guy actually would have been shot. Oof. Hoseki? I don't think you were here when we did Brandon's Darwin Awards. They did this. I think it was a French military. They did this, and the guy that was like, where the shooter, they were much closer. They were like right up towards each other, like arm's length of each other. And the shooter fired 2 shots to the right, 2 shots to the left, and actually put a bullet through the guy who was standing in front of him, put a bullet through his arm. I did not post that to YouTube because there was just way too much injury involved. I would probably get that thing torn apart by YouTube, so I never posted it. But he actually got shot in the arm.
Why would you? I don't understand what the point of that training would be. If you want someone to film you from like range side, you just go on Amazon and you could buy a tripod for $20. I don't understand why you would.
Why is simple. He was trying to prove how big his balls were. That's the reason. He was trying. The reason is he was trying to prove how big his balls were. And all he did is just proved how few brain cells he actually had. Yeah. No, forget his balls, he just had no brain. Because, okay, chat, brains are more important than balls. Flat out, brains are more important than balls.
Doing these videos, I feel like there's so many things I want to say in my brain, and I just can't find the words to say. So I'm just like, all right, this next video, thank God he's alone at the range. At least he has that much intelligence to put the phone down to record himself instead of having someone else stand down the range and do it for him.
Won't do that no more.
The phone, he's gonna shoot the phone. Oh, guess not.
Very cool, dude.
Someone thinks they a gangster. Someone thinks they a gangster.
No more.
And while he misses his intentional target, he's gonna hit some poor innocent victim. No, China, he's gonna hit something, just not his intended target. And that's the problem. People like this, they won't hit their target, but they'll hit their unintended target. And that unintended target is unfortunately is an innocent person or a child. And notice, his username is Gunworld448. Fucking idiot.
Very cool, dude. He doesn't have iron sights on that thing.
Won't do that no more.
No irons at all.
Not that it matters.
Even if he...
The irons, even if he had iron sights, it wouldn't matter. The fucker's not even trying to aim. Like, what the fuck? Iron sights mean nothing to this man. All he wants to do is look like he's a gangster. Yeah, exactly. He's looking at the phone. He's like, am I looking cool right now? Exactly right, China. He's looking at his phone. Hoseki, he's holding it off the side so he can see himself. He wants to know, do I look cool? He's probably seen, movies or music videos with the big Billy badass gangster holding it like this, and they hit their target every time, and he thought, yeah, I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna look badass doing it. I'm a gangster. He's a fucking poser. Because if anybody with actual gun knowledge was facing him, while he's doing this, he just took about like 5 rounds into the chest.
He did have iron sights. It's not like he would probably use them. And second of all, hold on, let me start this video over again. I feel like this dude spent more time staring at himself.
Yeah. Because he wants to look cool for his fucking TikTok fans.
Yo, this dude.
He does look stupid.
90% of that mag.
See, I mean, we say like, oh, we shouldn't be shaming people online. People like that need to be shamed online. People like that 100% need to be shamed online. He looks like a fucking idiot. He looks like a poser. He looks like a wannabe. He looks fucking desperate for attention. Fuck yes, you should shame him for it. Because the minute he tries to do something like that in the real world, not in the woods where no one's around, he's gonna kill someone. He's gonna kill an innocent person.
Cheer 100. Remember your gun safety, folks.
Yeah. In some respects, public shaming needs to make a return. It does. In some respects, it does.
Dump, staring at himself in the camera on his phone instead of looking downrange to see where he was shooting at. He had to really make sure he looked super cool. But I am kind of curious about what he meant when he said,
Won't do that no more.
"Won't do that no more." Well, don't do this no more.
I know when I'm doing content, I'm constantly messing around. I'm never serious, whether it comes to shooting guns at the range or playing video games. However, when it comes to my training,
you know what he was doing?
Seriously, and I do that with Mantis.
He was trying to do the taxi driver thing, where he's going, "You looking at me?" You know, when Scott Travis is looking, when De Niro's looking in the mirror, he's going, "You looking at me? You looking at me? I don't see anybody else here. You must be looking at me." He was doing that shit. Or talking to me. Thank you. Sorry, Cryptic. Yeah, talking to me. You're talking to me. Yeah. He was basically doing that. And you know, someone needs to tell him he's not Travis Bickle. Someone needs to tell that poser, you're no Travis Bickle. Oh, 100% he learned it from a rap video.
I was actually kind of impressed at first because he had iron sights on his rifle and he was aiming down range, but he ruined it.
Them dead. Them dead.
I feel like the safest place on the planet right now.
Okay, this is the last video, part 2. This is the last video, part 2, Stupidity Boogaloo. Again, another, I'm a gangsta. I'm a gangsta and I shoot guns. Aren't I cool?
We call that stance the I just fucking shit myself.
You're not wrong.
Now is behind the target he was just shooting at. Dang, I just fumbled that one-liner. I said that he did hit. I deserve that. What I was trying to say was the safest place in the world is behind the target that he was shooting at. I just wish people would go to the range. It's fun to go to the range and screw around. I do that all the time. But, you know, also try to train and learn and get better. Except like this. Don't train like this for the...
Okay, I thought she was going to show it again. This deserves another look at how bad this is.
Them dead.
So, completely lean back, not looking through sights. Like, he's actually on the heel. He's back on his fucking heels. He's practically getting knocked over. Drops the fucking rifle he fired how many shots there? How many shots did he shoot?
Them dead.
Cheer 150. That's why we have annual mandatory shooting in Switzerland, which everyone who was in the army needs to attend by law. Even after your time of service, otherwise you'll get fined or go to jail. Nag
Wait.
yep.
Really, China? I was not aware of that. That's interesting. Ah, I like it. It's interesting. Did it?
Them dead.
I don't know. Yeah, it was. Bolt, yep, bolt locked back. Yep, you're right. You're right, the bolt was locked back. What the fuck kind of happy horse shit is this? Well, no, I don't think it's a meme video. The guy's just fucking around. But he's obviously a wannabe gangster. So, like, is he gonna do this in the street? Yeah, I mean, when he dropped it, that bolt snapped forward, sure. But, yeah, I mean, it's abusing, though. It's abusing your weapon. You know, it's abusing a rifle. Unnecessarily.
I feel
No, I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, he's not gonna hit his target. He's gonna hit all the unintended targets in the houses behind the target, some of which contain children. So, still major fucking problem.
feel like the safest place on the planet right now is behind. I deserve that. That he do that all the time and get better. Except like this. Don't train like this, for the love of God.
This is not. Wait, is she talking about this next video? No. What the?
This guy is shooting at the people shooting.
Fuck!
This guy is shooting at the people shooting. Let me pause that for a second in case y'all can't see what I'm seeing. So there's a line.
Yeah, gotta be.
Looks like.
Yeah, it's gotta be one of those try-hard civilian militias. Oh,
A bunch
God.
of dads out there with AKs. They're shooting, and then there's an instructor behind them shooting in between them in the dirt for whatever reason.
One day may fucking change your life.
I mean, the push-ups are pretty horrendous.
On the line, go position, go.
Actually, I wonder if this is a militia or if this is one of those bullshit Chad boot camps. I suspect it's more of the latter. I suspect this may be one of those bullshit Chad boot camps. Like, they're not an actual militia. I suspect they may not be actual militia training. I think these are a bunch of, like, overweight house husbands or, like, office workers that said, yeah, let's spend a couple $1,000s to do a weekend quote-unquote boot camp and become Chads. I'll betcha that's what this is. Yeah.
He's shooting in between them right now.
Reload. But the finger stays like this. Don't do it this. Because then that's another motion you need to move the trigger finger to the trigger. All right? Go.
Finger to the trigger.
Go.
Did he have a... Where is the muzzle of your weapon, dude? Where is the fucking muzzle of your weapon right now? The muzzle of his AK is right by this man's fucking head. Right by his head.
Oh my God, that is...
Jesus!
He shot so close to this.
He was he shot 2 inches from his arm. 2 inches. Are you fucking kidding me? Robski of AKOU. What is AKOU? AK Operators Union? What the fuck is AK Operators Union? What the hell is that? Oh, he's a YouTuber. So yeah, so this is not a militia. Okay, Shadow Sparta, have a good night. I mean, it's dirt, so there's a possibility you have less of a chance, but it's absolutely still a possibility, Braggett. Absolutely still a possibility. So he's a former US sniper who, once he got out of the military, thinks he's a hard ass. Well, I mean, he was a sniper, so he was a hard ass, and now he's got to basically try and show it up on, like, overweight dads and office workers. Jameson, I have very serious doubts that he was trained like this. At least in the very beginning. If he got trained like this, it was deep into his training. Not, like, within the first few days. Yeah, so basically he is a hard ass and wants to prove how big his balls are to dads and office workers. But yeah, it's entirely possible that this kind of training was done with him in sniper school. It is possible, but this would have been done deep into sniper school. Deep into his training. These guys have probably been here for a day or two. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between Jackass doing it on his own and an entire team in the military doing it.
This guy's arm. Oh my god. This is almost as bad as those ISIS training videos. I don't know if y'all.
No, Fenris, no stun lock tonight. I have asked for no stun lock. I have company over of the autistic variety, and they might get very confused and upset if I suddenly start crying. Like sobbing my eyes out because you guys are being incredibly generous. So no stun lock today, please. Yeah, I'm sure angry cops did yard dog. Yeah, any military person worth their salt would see this and call this out and call this guy down to the dirt for doing this. Yeah, exactly, yeah. In sniper training, I could see this. Deep into the sniper training. Not immediately in the sniper training. Deep into the sniper training.
Y'all saw those. Maybe we'll do a video on the ISIS training videos because they were pretty freaking bad. But apparently this guy is like known on YouTube or something, or is an instructor and is shooting. Who would pay for this? Like, yes, I want to be shot at because
I can think of guys that would pay for this. Overweight dads or husbands, office workers that are basically teased about that they're not real men. And they want to go to this so they can feel like real men. That would pay for this. 100%. Guaranteed. These are middle class, overweight guys that get called that get made fun of, and they're like, I want to be a Chad. Okay, let's do this training that is guaranteed I'm going to become a Chad because we're going to go out and shoot guns. That's who does it. Atanashi, are you someone that has no confidence in yourself? That you need to go out and do some bullshit boot camp like this? To feel like a man? I think not. I think you are perfectly fine as you are. You do not need to go. Yes, you are perfectly fine. Everyone in my chat is perfectly fine. Exactly. It's... There you go, Antanashi.
Reason this will help me be better at defensive training with firearms. Somebody help me understand. Leave a comment below on what y'all think this kind of training, being shot at around, maybe to get the feeling of being shot at, but you got the sounds of other rifles around you.
Yeah, and like I can understand it being used in military training after you're deep into your training because yes, it simulates a combat environment where, especially if you're a sniper and you're taking fire, you have to keep cool, maintain your sights, and take your shot. But that's well into the training of a sniper, not some Joe Blow, middle-aged, overweight office worker.
You kind of giving you that feel already. Do you really need live rounds? Sim rounds. Use sim rounds. Paintball, even. I don't know. Crazy, though. Freaking crazy.
Oh no, he wanted
What
realism.
All right, so I'm all about kids enjoying the freedoms of shooting firearms as long as we're being safe. As long as we are being safe.
There we go. Good job.
Oh, can gun. Okay. So this is, if memory serves, chat, this is shooting... Is this shooting a 22? Or is this actually shooting a 223? I forget. It is 223.
Oh, thank God she fixed that.
Towards your shoulder. There you
If
go.
you don't have it tight against her, it's going to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You're doing good.
All right, I will say this is a cannon. X Products makes a cannon. I don't know if this is the same brand or not, but these things freaking hurt in cannon. All right.
Let me sit again. Okay. I'm gonna say it. This wasn't bad. He's a child. He had good trigger discipline. I'm very pleased to see that the parents taught him good, proper trigger discipline. I'm very happy to see that. Yeah, no eyes. Mad Dog, you're right. It would have been good for him to have iPro. It would have. But as far as the weapon handling goes, as far as the rifle handling goes, they corrected him on stock tight to the pocket, cheek on the stock, proper trigger discipline, proper hold. I mean, this child has probably never fired a 223 before, or a 5.56, whichever caliber this is firing. But yeah, exactly, Atanashi. This child has better firearm handling skills than more than half the people we've seen in this video so far. Yeah, there's criticism of the iPro, and I think he said finger stayed on the trigger after the shot. Yeah, but bear in mind, yeah, but he's a child. There are steps. I don't expect a child, he's still got a lot of things right. No, I think he's older than, I think he may be a little bit older than 7. I'd say he's probably about 9 or 10. I'd say he's probably about, oh, you're talking about, okay, never mind. Yeah, and he's using the optic, like, well, yeah, there's only one single, quote-unquote, round, the rest are all blanks. And he's still maintained, granted, he's got it right in front of the table, but still maintaining a proper grip on the rifle. Well, and he did fall back in the seat, probably because this is the first time he's ever fired one of these before. And he was not expecting, it's probably the first time he's ever experienced the kick of this size of round. But realistically, I'm seeing a lot of things right. Yes, we're seeing a few things wrong. Where, yeah, you probably want to have the proper iPro protection and his fingers on the trigger, but I'm seeing a lot of things done right. And I'm guessing they probably only put one round into this magazine. So, yeah, I mean, this is not a fail. No, Cryptic, no, the trigger discipline after the shot is what I was saying. Because he fired and his finger is still on the trigger. That's what I'm saying. I said that his trigger discipline prior was good. That was the first thing I said. Yeah, it's true. It's true that the bolt isn't open, so the mag isn't empty, but there's no can in there. It can only shoot one can at a time. So he would be shooting another blank if he pulled the trigger again. But thankfully, he's got the weapon properly oriented. He still has the rifle properly oriented. I mean, the fact is, this is obviously his first time shooting it. And you learn as you go. You don't expect a child who's learning how to use a firearm to get everything right the first time. So I don't consider this a gun fail. I don't. I see this like he's learning, and he's done a lot of things correct. A lot of things correct.
All right, I will say this is a can cannon. X Products makes a can cannon. I don't know if this is the same brand or not, but these things.
Oh, it's not a gas. It's not a gas blowback.
If you don't hold them nice and tight. The recoil on those, it packs a pretty gnarly punch.
Actually, hang on. Let me see that. Yeah, you're right. The bolt. Yeah, there is no gas because the bolt didn't move with the shot. You're right.
Recoil on those, it packs a pretty gnarly punch.
Jesus.
And it will send these cans. I mean, I've definitely shot them. It seemed like up to almost 100 yards. Some of y'all might say, okay, well, what was so wrong about this video, Alex? Let me show you.
There you go. Good job.
So, let me pause it right here.
Okay. He did correct. They corrected him. I think I know what she's about to say. Hang on.
Alex, let me show you.
There you go.
Okay. They did correct him, but his finger is on the trigger when he was starting to load the can. His finger was on the trigger, but I think Mom corrected him because you see his hand splay open really fast.
Good job.
So, let me pause it right here.
Yeah. So he splayed his hand open very fast. It was a little late, but he caught it. So, yeah, but it was there as he was loading it, but then either he realized or Mom said something. I didn't hear her say anything, and immediately his hand opened up to get the finger off the trigger.
He's got his finger on the trigger, loading the can into the can.
He did.
Finger on the trigger while loading the cannon. These can cannons are no freaking joke, dude. I'm sure there's some of y'all in chat who have shot these. They can definitely kill somebody, and this kid is loading a can
I can see.
with the finger on the trigger into this thing.
Yeah, you're right there. Should have been can first and then.
He corrects it. I will say, the kid realized he had his finger on the trigger as he put it in and took his hands up. But that was
if you don't have it tight against her, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Oof.
There you go. You're doing good.
That could have been so bad. So bad. All right, so
Okay, Bobcat, I'm sorry your connection's bad
tonight.
tonight. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Watching friends and family shoot guns that they don't usually get their hands on, such as a Barrett. But when I do this, I mean, I am only giving you one round. We go over some safety instructions, into a lot of details about how the gun works, what to expect, so that crap like this don't happen. And at the beginning of this, he says, this is how you shoot a 50 cal.
Here's how you shoot a fucking 50 cal.
Oh God. Oh God.
Here's how you shoot a fucking 50 cal.
Yeah, I think Brandon might have something to say differently about it. This guy's fucking weak. Like, Brandon literally is holding that thing parallel. And that was his AK-50. He held that thing fucking parallel and just...
That's not how you shoot a fucking 50 cal.
And then... This man is weak. This man is weak.
No, honey, that is not how you shoot a 50 cal, and that 50 cal looks like it weighs more than you do. The only time I will ever let anyone slide with shooting a gun like that is if there was like a bunch of spiders on the ground. That's the only way. If y'all are familiar with the firearm industry, you probably...
Well, Cryptic, regardless of the bipod, if you actually have some strength, you could hold a 50 cal and just and hip fire it. Brandon did it. And Brandon isn't huge. He's strong, but he's not huge. Oh, in the context of the kid. Okay.
You remember who FPS Russia is. This was back when YouTube wasn't a piece of shit. Apparently, this guy in this video never watched any of FPS Russia's videos because he probably would have thought not to do this.
We saw this in a clip the other day, didn't we, chat? We saw this, I think, in Brandon's video.
That gun. Why are you setting it like that with the mag like that?
I'm hitting like right at it. I don't know. Go to your right just a little bit.
Oh,
Jesus. And that's why you do not rest the weapon on the magazine like this. Like, fucking seriously. Pull your First off, find a wider platform. I don't know, I think it's a tailgate. Or not the tailgate, I think it's like the sidewall, the side of a truck bed. I'm reasonably sure if this is a truck bed, this is like the side of the truck bed. Like, pull your fucking elbow forward, get a proper mounted position, use your elbow as the point of support, and you support the firearm.
that's embarrassing.
Oh my god. Oh. Did it actually get... I think it actually domed him. Oh, fuck.
Whoa! Got your nose good, dude.
Truck.
Right?
Oh, that microwave says I am not going out.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and stupid-ass cameraman decides I'm gonna go walk out in front of the rifle before I know it's been properly cleared. Yeah, it only took him 6 times to get that right. Like, this is what happens when you give idiots guns. This is what happens when you give the idiots guns. Yeah. The microwave said, I ain't going out alone. I'm taking your ass with me.
Holy shit!
The microwave says I am not.
Yeah, and...
Holy shit!
Yeah. So, dumbass Mr. Cameraman decides I'm gonna walk out in front of the rifle when it's chambered with a live round. Cause he just popped the last round after he ejected the magazine. He popped a live round out of the chamber. So Mr. Dumbass Cameraman is now walking out in front of a loaded firearm. So not only is this stupidity, the guy behind the camera too.
Damn, dude! Woo! Holy shit!
Okay, is this a cigarette or a joint? Is this a cigarette? This is a joint. This is a blunt. I think that's a blunt. It doesn't look like a cigarette. That looks like a blunt. Does it? It's hard to tell.
The microwave says I am
it's
not
hard to
going
tell.
out unless I take someone down with me. And I just love the guy at the very end. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth and he's just clearing the gun. Freaking grabs a live round in the
Unfiltered
air.
Lucky Strike.
Oh
That
my
explains a
gosh.
lot.
But super embarrassing for that guy. I don't know. Maybe the microwave hitting him in the face will knock some sense into him. All right, this next video is being super nitpicky, but I'm gonna do it anyway. In all seriousness, I actually love these guys. I met them at SHOT Show last year. He actually got blown up by an RPG that they were shooting and barely made it alive. So he's still with us today.
High-speed ballistics.
But yeah, super nitpicky on this one though. Nobody is safe from me. I'm gonna start calling myself like the tactical Karen or something. No one is safe.
2 handguns fire their bullets directly at each other to collide them midair. Through the power of electromagnetic... two handguns fired their bullets directly at each other to collide them midair.
Okay, now these guys are professional, hopefully, and I would assume that these pistols are clear. However, it just gives me...
She's gonna talk about his finger being on the trigger of the firearm in his of the handgun in his left hand.
A good point to talk about real quick is this guy is clearly right-handed. You can see his finger is resting on the frame. It's not on the trigger, but his left finger is actually on the trigger. Make sure, you know, y'all out there, if you're right-handed, most of y'all are probably prominently right-handed, but, you know, make sure you practice that muscle memory on your left hand too, so you don't run into mistakes like this, which can cause accidents. But hopefully, I mean, these dudes are probably safe and have the guns cleared, but still...
And Tars, she said that at the beginning of her critique, that she figured, yes, they probably were clear and safe, but she's just talking about, like, for the average person, you know.
Make sure, you know, your right and your left still need to, you know, I hate that saying, keep your booger finger off the bang switch. It's so cringe and annoying, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all ever get secondhand embarrassment from watching other people do things? Because I do. And I'm getting secondhand embarrassment from this video.
All right, so now I go for the gun. We're going. Boom, you got it. My gun is there. Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah?
Anywhere you want.
I figured here would be good because you got a lot.
Okay, so go ahead and now go back to that same position here. We're now discussing the mechanics, right? If you're here, how many rounds are you going to give? What is the level of lethality? How many people do you have?
Okay. I'm going to benefit of the doubt on this one and say that because this is a close quarters, tactical training, I'm guessing if he's professional, he cleared it and showed everyone around him that the firearm was clear. I'm certainly hoping. It still makes me... It's... What? Well, no, actually, he's... Let me see. Hang on.
Yeah?
Anywhere you want.
I figured here would be good because you got a lot.
Okay, so...
Okay. Yes, Cryptic, I was just about to say that. This guy that's holding the firearm does have... is exerting proper trigger discipline. I am glad to see that.
Go back to that same position here. We're now discussing the mechanics, right? If you're here, how many rounds are you going to give? What is the level of lethality? How many people do you have?
I think 2 rounds for him. Or...
No, one for him.
1 to the face.
5 for me.
And then 5... Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah.
My guy.
My guy. So... what is this training? Is he showing him? So if someone else has a gun on them, he's showing them how to take the gun off someone and shoot them with their own gun?
Yeah.
And then shoot the other guys around?
This is the...
It's... Lootcast? I understand that logic. It's like, it is cringeworthy. And yes, the other option is Cryptic. Yeah, you can use, dummy guns, or even use airsoft, for God's sake. You know, if you want that realism, get fucking airsoft guns. Titty sadistic? Well, goes to show you, even the chief of police is not infallible with gun safety. Well, no, actually, I can appreciate wanting to have a fire, something that is in the shape of a firearm, so you have the familiarity of gripping a firearm. But but they make training devices for this. They make like Cryptic was saying, the blue dummy guns. You can get an airsoft gun, which has very similar weight and feel to a real one. That go with one of those instead of a real, albeit cleared, handgun.
Worst!
I don't particularly think anyone who has a gun on them is just gonna be wrestling you if you're in a fight. I feel like they would be like, yo, back up. Not, hey, let me get in your space. I have a gun on me, so you can grab it off of me and then take my gun away from me and shoot me with my own gun. That would never happen unless you're an idiot cop or something. And even then, usually they have retention holsters.
Okay, she's bashing on him for teaching these guys this. It's still good training to know. She's going on the assumption, yeah, if I have a gun, I'm just gonna pull my gun out on someone. But shit happens. People sometimes that have a firearm on them may go hands-on instead for whatever reason. So, learning techniques like this is not necessarily a bad thing. It's, yeah, the first rule is to put space between you. But, learning for any eventuality, is not a bad thing. Yes, it's highly unlikely, but what happens that one time it does if you are constantly in a situation where it's a possibility? Right. And exactly. You want to try and train for any possible scenario, even if it's highly unlikely. Because if you don't train for it, you won't be prepared to respond to it. So even if it's a very highly unlikely, and he may very well have explained that to these students before even beginning. It's like, this is a scenario that is highly unlikely, but you should be ready for it in case it does happen. It's not a bad thing to train for it.
And I am so confused by this. I'm slowly losing IQ. I just read a comment that said, this man has NRA cert pulled, participants shot and injured, and a mountain of other violations. I've called him out professionally many times. He was even invited out to Vegas when Rifle Dynamics was still run by Jim for a competition. They even offered to pay for the trip, but he backed out because he knows he's a fraud. What? If you have that many people like calling you out as a fraud or fake or whatever, after all that, why?
Just because it's posted on social media does not mean it's true. This post, I'm guessing this is a YouTube comment. Space Force Beyond. This is Reddit. So, just because someone posts some shit on Reddit doesn't mean it's true. Depends on the feed, Atsumashi. It depends on the feed. I like feed as much as the rest as anyone else does, given the situation.
Why would you still do it? I don't get it. This is embarrassing. Like I said, I'm catching secondhand
so he's known to be this bad
That's what
in
I have
professional
for y'all
circles
today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Also, a reminder, y'all follow me on my Instagram. Instagram hates me, and people have a hard time finding my profile. So I will leave a link to my Instagram below. Also, don't forget I stream on Rumble every Wednesday and Thursday live at 9 p.m. Eastern. We play scary games with Megan and Heather. I also stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern. On Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I will have those links down below also. So I hope to catch y'all live in one of my live chats. I'm usually very active with my community. I'm always trying to talk to y'all even while I'm gaming. So we have a good time though. But again, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, so this guy is known to basically be one of the kings of bullshitos. He is a king of bullshito. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, well, it is what it is. I mean, if this is someone, if this is someone who has been called up professionally before, okay. I see something on a Reddit post, I'm not automatically going, oh yeah, that's real. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm simply not.